So I'm at the field. I have set up a bunch of cones in a 6 meter by 6 meter square out there at just over 80 meters. Can't remember what that is in feet. But basically it's a distance where I feel I can get to pretty comfortably with my putters and my mids, and then for my drivers on a forehand I should be able to get there as well. So just kind of a distance that I should be able to get to pretty comfortably with most of the discs in my bag. So I'm going to start off with some backhands. I'm going to throw some putters into mids, and then I'm going to throw some forehands, and then I'm going to throw some distance driver spike hyzers, just working on accuracy. So trying to get the accuracy of the hyzer shots and the straight shots all in one. So let's go. Right, so made a pretty good job of that there, I'd say, especially considering the bit of wind we've got. But I'm going to try now. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to record how many discs I get inside that bullseye and circle one range, and then we got kind of a baseline to work off going forward. Okay, so starting with the understable, well, straight buzz. I'm going to go a little bit more at the middle, expecting a little bit more drift and less fade because of the headwind. That was right at the center of it. Might be a little bit short of the bullseye, but probably still circle one. Right, go for the more overstable buzz now. So we'll go at the right hand side of it. Try to throw it flatter than we did last time. That's the one. Oh, still drifting a little left. That might be just short as well. Right, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of chance from here with the Luna. I think it's just too strong of a headwind for this distance, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it some hyzer. And that one was way more straight than last time. Not as much flip over. Right, I want to do... Oh, I forgot about the Malta. Okay. Go Malta then. Malta, we're going to go more out to the right, about 20 feet to the right of the circle. Try and go a little bit lower than last time because we faded a bit too short. Good height, a little bit wide, but it is fading. Oh yeah, that's dead center, I think. Okay, I want to go forehands, but I'm a little bit scared of the shank turnover when there's people sitting over there. So I think I'm going to go for the backhand spike hyzers first and then hope they move. They are moving, so by the time I've thrown these, should be good. Okay, nuke's out, so we're going to do same as last time. We're going out sort of just to the right of that big tree. First one, which is the most understable one, is going to get the most push. I'm going to give the most height to. So about 70%. Looks perfect. Oh yeah, in the bullseye. I'm better at these shots than I thought. Maybe I should be throwing these a little bit more often. Okay, slightly more stable one now. So again, gonna sort of get this more at the height of that tree, sort of like 2/3 of the way up it. Looks good if it sits. It's just skipped outside of the bullseye, but that would still be circle one. Okay, go for the overstable one now. Get it low and get it wide because it's going to skip a lot. all might be about a meter short of the bullseye, right? Straight forehands up first. This is the flippy one. So gonna go sort of hyzer flip at the right hand side again and try to put it on a little bit less hyzer than last time. Similar result. Not sure if I quite have the juice to get there in a headwind with these Raptors anyway, so right, see if we can get the overstable one to come out nose down so we can actually get the flight we want. Better, but so overstable. It's just kind of a utility disc for me, really, not really an accuracy one, but okay. Distance drivers, Zeus's on the hyzer, out wide. See if we can do as well as we did last time with these. Love the flip up, it's drifting a little bit right. Outside the bullseye, but inside the circle. Oh, hello. Right. More overstable one here. Let's try and get a little bit more width on it. Oh, threw it straight into the ground. Oh well, there we go. Still think that was a pretty good result though. The forehands let me down, but I think up to the forehand, I think everything apart from the lunar, which was not the easiest shot in this headwind, was inside C1, and I think quite a lot of bullseyes. So let's go have a look. Okay, so pretty interesting results there. I was 7 out of 11 in circle 1, only 2 out of 11 in bullseye, and I was only 1 out of 4 into circle 1 with the forehands. So the forehands were, I think the forehands were the only ones that I actually missed circle 1 with. So that's a pretty good result. Definitely, you know, I'm working on those. Throwing them into a headwind is definitely not best for control for me, and 80 meters seems to be around my max sort of control distance anyway with the forehand. So decent start. Just need to keep working on that, and we'll come back and see if we can improve on those results. Hello, so today I'm out working on the forehands. I feel like I've come a really long way with these at the moment. I'm throwing them on the course and using them quite a lot, and feeling fairly confident with them, but I'm still getting some of the same issues where I still get like nose up ones that go straight right, or I get sort of really floppy ones that don't really hold up well in the wind. And I think one of the things that I'm struggling with is that in trying to keep the disc quite high to keep it flat rather than down here like I was before, I feel like I've now got into this thing where I'm back here quite high, and then I kind of swoop down and I'm kind of throwing the disc down and air bouncing it to get it back in the air. So I think what I'm going to try to work on today is keeping the disc sort of at hip high and working up. So I'm going to feel like I start sort of hip high, and then by the time I release it, I'm more at sort of like chest high. So we're going to give this a go. See, I really struggle when it comes to sort of throwing like just like standard like hyzer or like spike hyzer forehands, and I think that's because I'm trying to throw a spike hyzer on this kind of path and it just doesn't really work. Whereas I think if I'm doing this, then naturally the disc is going to come out on a positive launch angle, and then if I want sort of a spike hyzer, then all I have to do is get that hyzer angle myself, rather than sort of trying to, you know, I can throw it on a crazy hyzer, but I'll be throwing it on a crazy hyzer into the ground nose up at the moment. So yeah, got some zones. I'm going to try it with zones first. I also brought some Raptors and some Zeus's. Those are sort of my forehand discs, and we'll give it a go. Okay, just had to wait for a family to move out the way there. So trying to keep the disc low and then work it up. And if I can feel like the disc stays flat when I do that, then I know it's going to be a positive launch, but with a neutral to negative nose angle, which is what we're looking for. And then hopefully they'll be smooth because there's less manipulation of the disc. Throwing about I'm throwing to a target that's about 60 meters here, so don't know what that is, about 180 feet, something like that. So just really smooth ones. Right, I would say these are still not launching quite as high as I would want, so see if we can launch them a bit higher. There we go. Okay, I like the way that was looking from the front there, so let's try to get the video angle from behind now. That was nice. Launched up, but wasn't nose up. Like it. Not super high again, but there we go. Oh, that is lovely. I just really had a hard time throwing hyzers with forehands, and so this is just gorgeous to watch. These high ones that push and don't just sort of nose up, fade off to the right. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Raptors now and try to throw them a bit flatter. Going to leave out the flippy one because I feel like that is just too different to the rest of them. So we're going to try to start low and finish at more of a medium height now. Okay, I had a look back at those. Those are actually pretty nice. I think the discs were just a bit too stable, especially since I do have a bit of a tailwind here. So I'm going to try the same thing with the Zeus's instead. Yeah, that was better. Push straight for a lot longer there. Oh yeah. They're coming out on a nice medium bit of hyzer as well, which is nice. Very consistent there.